Hello guys, it's Kimirafer and today I'm reviewing the GT Omega Pro office chair. So I'm gonna divide this up in three parts. I'm gonna give you the pros, I'm gonna give you the cons, and I'm gonna give you some things that have elements of both. So that they are both positive and negative. So let's start off with the positives. So first off, it's really comfortable. Like you can sit in this chair for hours upon hours and not feel any pain or any sore bum or sore legs or whatever. Second off, it's adjustable, and I mean there are a lot of things you can adjust. First off, you can adjust the height of the chair, you can adjust the angle of the backrest, you can adjust everything about the armrest. So for these you can move them up and down, from left to right, forwards and backwards, and you can tilt them slightly to a side. Not too much though, but you can tilt them slightly. Then the two pillows are also fully adjustable. So the lumbar pillow, you can move it basically up to your upper back or to your lower back, so you can basically sit against it. The second pillow, the head pillow, is less adjustable, but you can move it around slightly. Not too much, just slightly. Now on to the elements that are both positive and negative. So first off, the price. It's not cheap at all. It clocks in at least 200 euros depending on where you buy it. And for that price you do get a lot of quality. As I just said with the two pros I gave you, there's a lot of quality, a lot of adjustments that you wouldn't get in a cheap chair of 50 euros. So that's one plus side, but then the price is really a negative side, because a lot of people won't be able to afford it or aren't willing to put down the money to buy this chair. Then second off, the weight. It weighs 22 kilos. Kind of a lot, but on the other side it keeps you from falling over. You can basically put your backrest flat and lie on it. It won't tip over as long as you keep your center of gravity at least not towards your headrest. In other words, keep your feet on the ground. That's what they suggest, and they as the company, GT Omega. But depending on how heavy you are or in which stance you're lying on the chair, it won't tip over that easily. It also won't tip over from side to side unless you're really violent. In that case, I don't know, what do you say, break a leg? But that's meant positive, and tipping is not positive, so keep that aside. Anyway, so you can't tip it over, and that's another huge pro, but then the con of it is the weight. As I said, 22 kilos. It's annoying when you have to move this chair. And with moving I mean not just rolling it around, but actually lifting it up and having to carry it somewhere else. I suggest you carry it with two if you're going down the stair or up a stair to keep you from falling over. Then for the cons, these are kind of, I don't know, these elements are kind of nitpicking the bad stuff just to have something. There are two things that kind of annoy me. One of them goes away after a bit, but I'll explain it on the way. So first off, it's the gap next to the bottom pillow. So you see the pillow where you sit on? Well, there's a little like gap or trench or however you want to call it. There's a gap to the left and the right, and it's easy for something to fall in there, and the only real way you're gonna get it out of there is with a vacuum cleaner. Don't think there's a possibility of you removing the pillow, so best bet is just sticking a vacuum cleaner down these sides and sucking everything that's fallen in there, because if you have a tendency to snack in your chair while watching something, well, too bad, things will fall down there. And lastly, the loose side cover. So at the side where you have your handle to adjust your backrest, of course they put little side panels there. That's just to cover up the whole mechanism so it's prettier and such. But one of the side covers is a bit loose and wiggles a bit if you touch it, but that's not the end of the world in the end. It's not like it's gonna fall off or anything. It's in place, it just wiggles a bit. They maybe should have thought of making it attachable with two screws so it doesn't wiggle, but it's secure with one screw, and it's a screw and it's really secure. So yeah, that's it. It's there, it wiggles a bit, it might annoy you in the beginning, but trust me, after a bit, it goes away. Anyway, to sum up everything, this chair I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. Like, it loses a bit and the small details. I've only said 2 of each because I didn't want to overwhelm you with anything, and in the end some of these things would be kind of nitpicking some stuff just to fill on the list, and so I decided to keep it with 2 of each category, and hence the 8.5 out of 10. It's a really good chair, it's worth its price in my opinion. Might not be for you, but for me it is. It might be the cheapest racing chair of decent quality you'll find around. The X-Racer and all the others are either slightly more expensive or way more expensive. So if you want to have the least expensive one, go GT Omega and buy it off Amazon, if I may suggest it. Amazon, if you find a good Amazon, then you might have a good price. Like for me, Amazon France was probably my best bet at 220 euros instead of 168 pounds on the GT Omega website itself, which is identical on the amazon.co.uk website. So search around a bit on the internet, find a website that you trust and buy it off there if you want it. So anyway, that's gonna sum it up for this review, and anyway, you can look at their products, GT Omega, just Google them, and they have a lot of chairs. This is the basic one. There are more advanced, more expensive chairs, but in the end, this one will suit your needs and it'll rip you of least money. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. My name's been Kimirafer as always. I'm signing off. See ya.